Station 14. Tomb.
The death of Jesus was the ultimate act of divine love. In this final station, we come to the tomb of Jesus. In coming to the tomb, we revisit a few previous stations. In Station 1, our journey began with Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. And now, at his death, we return to a garden, a place where something is buried and planted in order to bring forth new life. In this garden, the body of Jesus is laid in a freshly cut tomb. It brings to mind something Jesus said to his disciples before his death. Unless a grain of wheat falls to the earth and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit. This reading also returns us to Station 3, where Jesus stood in judgment before the Jewish council. Though Jesus was condemned by the collective, at least one righteous council member dissented. And now he requests the body of Jesus and supplies the tomb for his burial. And we return to Pilate, who in Station 4 reluctantly handed the body of Jesus over to be scourged and crucified. And now Pilate hands the body of Jesus over to be buried honorably. And then there are the women. These are the women whom Jesus healed and taught at his feet. In Station 12, they stand with Mary as midwives of his death before they follow his body to the tomb. And there they will serve as the midwives of his resurrection. They tended his body, bore witness to his covenant, announced his resurrection, proclaimed the good news. As you listen to the passage, place yourself in the scene, imagining that you are one of these people. What do you hear, smell, see? Perhaps you are Joseph. What do you feel as you stand before Pilate? What do you smell as you remove the body of Jesus from the cross? Or as the women prepare the spices?
The Gospel of Luke. Now there was a man named Joseph from the Jewish town of Arimathea. He was a member of the council, a good and righteous man who had not consented to their decision and action, and he was looking for the kingdom of God. This man went to Pilate and asked for the body of Jesus. Then he took it down and wrapped it in a linen shroud and laid him in a tomb where no one had ever yet been laid. It was the day of preparation, and the Sabbath was beginning. The women who had come with him from Galilee followed and saw the tomb and how the body was laid. Then they returned and prepared spices and ointments. On the Sabbath they rested according to the commandment.
Reflecting on Joseph, how willing are you to discern those in power when you see injustice? In what ways are you looking for the kingdom of God? The women who had followed Jesus throughout his ministry also followed him to his death and his grave. He had ministered to them, and they had ministered to him. They received and responded. The way that they followed Jesus was marked by a reciprocity of love. Do you follow Jesus like this? What does following Jesus look like for you? Before his death, Jesus said, "Unless a grain of wheat falls to the earth and dies, it remains alone, but if it dies, it bears much fruit." After his resurrection, John wrote, This is how we have come to know love. He laid down his life for us. We should also lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters." What are some ways you can lay down your life for others?